Good morning and welcome back. Today we will concentrate on the grammatical structure that you have to study in the first unit. If clause. I hope you remember the chapter If, or the poem written by Rudyard Kipling titled If. In that unit you have a grammatical structure. It is if clause. A very popular as well as a very easy structure. If clause is also called conditional sentence. When you learn that chapter, you know very well that what a conditional sentence is, because the poem is completely conditions laid by the poet, right? So here let's get into the grammatical structure if clause or conditional clause. In English, these are the four important grammatical structure of if clause. Zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional and third conditional. These are the four important conditionals plus the mixed conditional. Let's see and what a conditional sentence is. A conditional sentence or if clause. They are adverbial clauses of condition. So, if clauses are generally adverbial clauses of condition. And there are four types of if clause in English as we just discussed. They are zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional and third conditional. These are the four conditionals of English. Along with this, as we said earlier, we have mixed conditionals too. So, in short, if clauses are adverbial clauses of condition. Now, what are the uses of if clause or the conditional clauses? It's usually used for making plans. It's used for talking about the future activities, to give or ask advice. Let's look at it. For making a plan. If I win the lottery, I'll buy a new house. That's a plan, right? That sentence clearly tells you that that's a plan that you are going to do or I'm going to do if I win a lottery. The second one, it's talking about the future activity. If you have an extra ticket, I'll go to the concert with you. That's an activity, that's a future plan which I have already planned it. So, it's a future thing. Here it is advice or asking advice, giving or asking advice. Chapter when you learned if, you clearly understood that the whole chapter was an advice given by the poet to its son. Here also, what would you if you were me? What would you do if you were me? So, it is an advice or giving an advice. Now, let us look at the next one. If you were me, would you look for a new job? So, these are the uses of an if clause. Conditional sentence or if clause. Conditional, it is a type of a sentence that is made up of an if clause and a main clause. So, in an if clause or in a conditional sentence, there are two parts. The first part is the if clause and the second part is the main clause. So, the if clause is a condition laid by you and in the main clause you get the result of it. Okay, so, it has two parts, the if clause and the main clause. So, a sentence or a conditional sentence or an if clause sentence can start with a condition, that is if clause, followed by a main clause, or you can start the sentence with a main clause and then followed by a if clause. So, the sentence describes a situation that might happen or might have happened. This is what a conditional sentence is. It just describes a situation that might happen or might have happened. So, sentences can start with if or when. So, as we said, it is a combination of the condition and its result. So, if is a word which introduces the condition. The condition is a not sure one. So, the sentence that introduces or the word that introduces the condition is if, and the action happens in the main clause is conditional to the action happens in the if clause. So, it is nothing much, you just have two parts in an if clause or in a conditional clause. The first one can be if clause, can start with if clause followed by the main clause. So, either your sentence can be with if clause or you can start the sentence with the main clause too. Just have a look at the sentence. If you heat ice, it melts. That is a sentence which started with if. If you heat ice. So, this is a condition and the result is it melts. So, it melts is the main clause and this first part is the if clause. The same sentence I can write the other way too, where I can start the sentence with main clause. Look at the sentence here. Ice melts if you heat it. There is no change in the sentence, but only the structure has changed or the part has changed. Here in the first it started with if, but in the second sentence the sentence started with main clause. So, the main clause is ice melts, it is a result of it. Ice melts if you heat it. There is only one difference. If you are starting the sentence with if clause, remember you need to put a comma here. So, if you heat ice, comma, it melts. The other sentence which starts with the main clause, ice melts if you heat it. Now, you know what is a conditional sentence? The two parts of the conditional sentence are the if clause, the different types of conditional sentences too. Now, let us look into each conditional sentence in detail. The first one is zero conditional. Zero conditional is a sentence that tells us about a thing that you cannot change. It can be a general truth, it can be a scientific truth. So, that is what a zero conditional always says. Okay. Zero conditional, it states general facts or scientific facts. General facts or scientific facts. And the combination of it is simple present and simple present. Just have a look at these three sentences here. If you mix red and blue, you get purple. That is a truth. You can never get any other. You will never get any other color other than purple if you mix red and blue. So, that is a scientifically proven thing and it is a general truth. And you start the sentence with if. So, here the sentence is with if clause followed by the main clause. And now, let us look at the verb here. If you mix, look at the word mix. Mix is simple present tense followed by get. Get is also simple present tense. So, if you mix red and blue, you get purple. Simple present in the if clause and the result is the main clause. There also the verb is in simple present. Look at the second one. Mom says, if it is sunny, take your umbrella. Same case. It is sunny is auxiliary. So, it is sunny, the primary auxiliary. It is present tense. Take your umbrella, take, again the verb is in present tense. So, in zero conditional, as we said right now, in the if clause as well as in the main clause, the verb will be in or it should be in present tense. So, this is what zero conditional is in short. If plus present simple present simple. And it refers to things which are true or possible, as we said, scientifically proven or general truth. If it rains, the ground gets wet. If you heat ice, it melts. It is a general truth as well as the second statement as a scientifically proven thing. So, in such cases, you need to use zero conditional. Now, we will get into the next one, it is first conditional. Now, what is first conditional and how is it different from the zero conditional? First conditional, it explains a possible situation or a real situation. Zero conditional, it was scientifically proven or general truth. But first conditional is a real condition. It means it is a probable thing, a probable condition or a possible situation. In the sense, there is a possibility that something can happen if the condition fulfills it. It is a combination of. So, here first conditional, the combination is simple present tense in the if clause and simple future tense in the main clause. That is the only difference. In the zero conditional, in both the clauses, it was simple present tense. But when it comes to first conditional, in the if clause, it is simple present, and in the main clause, it is simple future tense. Just have a look at the sentence. If you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. Okay, it's a possible condition and it is true. If you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. If you don't, this is simple present tense. Though it is a negative sentence, it is in simple present tense. Do plus not. Do is simple present. So this is if clause. Just look at the main clause. The result of it. You will miss the bus. Will miss. The base form of the verb, which is miss, will is the modal auxiliary, or as you say, the simple future tense. So if you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. This is first conditional. Just remember, children, if you get this part in the examination and if you are asked to write the main clause, just look at the verb here. If you see that the verb is in simple present, just close your eyes and you can write will. Don't, will. Though it is a negative sentence, just look at the verb here. If the verb is in simple present, your main clause, it should be will. Will and base form of the verb, which is simple future. Okay. So this is the summing up of first conditional. First conditional is if plus present simple or simple present plus simple future. Just look at the example here. If I go to the shop, I will buy something. It's very clear. Go in the first sentence and study in the second sentence. The verb is simple present tense. Right. So in the main clause, the word should be will and the base form of the verb buy. Will, pass. So if I go to the shop, I will buy something. If I study hard, I will pass my exam. So this is first condition. Now let's get into the next one. So we completed zero conditional and first conditional. And the zero conditional, it was simple present and simple present because it is scientifically proven or general truth. First conditional, simple present in the if clause, and in the main clause it is will and base form of the verb. It is first conditional. So what is second conditional now? Second conditional. Second conditional, it refers either to the present or to the future time. An unreal or improbable situation. So it explains an unreal or improbable condition. First clause was probable, here it is improbable. Look at the combination here, simple past tense. So second conditional is simple past tense followed by, in the main clause, would plus V1. Would plus V1. Just have a look at the example. If it rained, you know the word rained, it is past tense, where is past tense, knew is past tense. So in the if clause, if the verb is in past tense, your main clause should have would and V1. Would followed by V1. So second conditional is simple. Remember, it is an improbable situation. And the combination of second conditional is past tense. In the if clause, it will be past tense. The verb will be in past tense. And in the main clause, it is would plus V1. If it rained, you would get wet. So if the question comes, just look at the verb. If the verb in the if clause is rained, or if it is past tense, as it is here, you can just close your eyes and write here would and a base form of the verb. As it is here, if it rained, you would get wet. If I were Samantha, I would accept his proposal. So simple past tense plus would plus verb is what second conditional is. I hope it is clear. Now let's just summarize the second conditional now. So second conditional is if plus simple past plus would plus verb. The verb is V1 or base form of the verb, and it refers to an impossible or an improbable condition. You can have a look at the examples here. If I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion. If I were you, I would quit smoking. Children, when it comes for your examination point of view, all that you need to concentrate is, see if the if clause is given in the question paper, check the verb. If the verb is in past tense, remember you should write would plus V1. Or if the main clause is given in the question paper, it is I would buy a mansion, and then it is a blank. You have the clue there, would buy. So you know if it is past tense followed by, if it is would followed by base form of the verb, it is past tense, right. So this is second conditional. Now let's get into the last one, which is third conditional. Third conditional. Third conditional is something that refers to the past, and it explains an impossible situation. It is something that refers to the past, and so it explains an impossible situation. Now look at the combination of it. Past perfect tense. In the if clause, it will be past perfect tense, and in the main clause, it is would have plus V3. If clause, past perfect tense, and in the main clause, would have plus V3. If you had started, this had started is past perfect tense. Past perfect tense in the if clause and the main clause would have. This is what the combination of a third conditional is. So if you see in the question paper, had started or had or past perfect tense, in the if clause, your main clause should have would have and V3 form. It should have would have and V3 form. Now look at the second example. If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. Here also it is very clear. If I had studied is past perfect. So if the if clause is past perfect, main clause should have would have passed. This is what third conditional is. Third conditional is if plus past perfect plus would have plus past participle, and it refers to a past situation. If I had saved my money, I would have bought a car. That sentence clearly tells you that the first clause, that is the if clause, is in past perfect, and the main clause has a combination of would have and past participle, right. So this is third conditional. So these are the important conditionals of English: zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional and third conditional. It's very simple. Just remember the combination. In zero conditional, it's simple present plus simple present. In the first conditional, it is simple present plus will. You need to remember main clause, the word is will plus base form of the verb. Second conditional, it is past tense. If clause is in past tense and would will be there in would plus base form of the verb, or V1 as the main clause. But in third conditional, as you can see here, it is past perfect tense in the if clause and would have plus past participle in the main clause. So I hope the session was clear to you. Thank you, children.